Good evening and welcome to SAS Sober and Smiling. My name's Rob.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Jamie.
So welcome to a festive episode. This is obviously Christmas Day here, so happy Christmas everybody.
Merry
Happy Christmas.
So what we're going to talk about obviously will be Christmas I think, and what we do and what we've done I suppose. How's everyone's Christmas so far? Good?
Yeah, it's not good too bad.
Very good.
Family been round and that.
I think what the major thing I've noticed in recovery and Christmas, Christmas back in obviously the dark days was just like a total blur, like a massive sort of like, because it's a stress for me. It's a stress because you have to go places. Obviously, you have to go and see your family. You have to go and drop off presents and everything else. That's a stress in itself, especially for an addict that like to drink, obviously, all the time. Because not only have I got the stress of having to drive, I've got the stress of when am I going to get drinking. It's I can't drive too long, or I can't go too many places because I need to fucking drink. So it was just a nightmare. And then Christmas Day would come along where I didn't have to go anywhere, and I do all the cooking in the house. So it was just like you do the normal things that normal people do. You get up early and start cooking, but obviously I'd start drinking.
Same here.
And by Christmas, sort of like dinner time, which would be for me, it's about 3 o'clock. I was in blackout mode. I didn't have a fucking clue.
Yeah.
I'd forget to put stuff in. I'd forget to cook something, and at the end of it, it'd just be like, and then I'd eat and just sleep because I'd black out. And
Yeah.
I'd wake up later on, and it's just like, and it's just, for me, Christmas is just one big stress. I mean, it's not now. I love Christmas. To a certain extent, I love Christmas. Obviously, my kids are grown up, so Christmas doesn't have that meaning anymore. For me, Christmas is just a piss up for normal people. It's an excuse for normal people to drink a lot and to drink early and get away with it. It's socially acceptable.
Yeah.
For everybody.
And it's not just Christmas Day, it's the lead up to Christmas,
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, then that lull in between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
It's just one big piss up.
Oh, it is, yeah. And hopefully, people out there, the normal people out there, realise that this is what it's like 24 fucking hours a day and 7 days a week for an addict. We drink that much all the time.
Yeah.
Or used to.
Yeah.
And they have a week of it and they're fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mad, and it's hard as well. The amount of people I know that have obviously slipped over the Christmas period because of the pressure and everybody drinking. Generally throughout the year, not everybody's drinking as much. It's this one time a year that everyone is.
It's
getting
socially
drunk.
acceptable to
And
get
there's drinks everywhere,
smashed.
isn't there?
Yeah.
It's all over the tables, it's in the kitchen, there's bottles everywhere. It's
Yeah.
just like.
And you get bought it for Christmas, and it's not just your normal, like your beer and your wine. It's like it's
No, it's the hard
Baileys.
stuff,
It's
isn't it?
it's the hard stuff that comes out. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I always used to call Christmas the alcoholics' holiday because it was an alcoholic
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah. And
You wake up, people buying you crates of beer because they know you drink. Oh, here's a litre of vodka as a cheap present because they know it's what you want. And so you sit there, and at the end of it, you're like, well, you end up with like 2 bottles of vodka, a bottle of Jack Daniels, a crate of beer, and you sit there just like, this will last me. You sit there and think, oh, this will last me ages. 3 days later,
it's
nah.
gone. It's all gone. Yeah.
Forget
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It was also good because you didn't need to hide it.
Yeah, precisely.
Throughout the whole
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
I'd hide drink. So I'd hide it in bins and bloody on dog walks and everywhere else and
Yeah.
under pillows and all this sort of shit. And Christmas period is I don't need to hide it anymore because it's out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just-
Yeah.
Although I'd have to obviously pretend that I haven't drunk it and try and make some concoction up so it's the right colour. But yeah, it's a mad time of year. And obviously you're doing nothing anyway. That's the problem.
No, like I say,
That's the
generally,
build-up.
yeah.
You're not working, are you?
Businesses are shut. You know,
Yeah.
the kids are off school, which again I think that causes more stress because the build up to them being off and then they're around you all the time. Then you're stressed with all that, but you're also like I say, then if you're married and you've got kids, then you know both parents like from both families want to see you, so you end up with one person on Christmas Day and the other person on Boxing Day, or vice versa. You know, travel's involved, and you don't, you know, it's supposed to be a nice relaxing time, but you don't get a break.
No,
you know, and this is all the stuff that used to stress me out. But if I was at home, I'd go out on Christmas Eve. I'd say I'm only going out for a couple of pints. I probably won't get until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'd go to bed for 2 hours, still wake up pissed, and then I'd be up putting the turkey in the oven at 7, and I'd be drinking champagne when I got up. I'd be pissed again by 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I would kind of drink to blackout, but I always managed to get the dinner on the table, and I'd always do a really good job. How, I don't know, but I think I was quite a good blackout drunk, because I'd just go into like autopilot. But I've done all that before. Had my dinner, gone to sleep, and woke up and asked when dinner's ready.
Yeah.
So I completely forgot eating it.
Yeah. Well, that's what you say about blackout. I know we're going off the subject a bit, but blackout mode, a lot of people don't understand what blackout mode is. I mean, people associate blackout, if you're not an addict and you haven't experienced it, blackout isn't passing out and falling asleep.
No.
Blackout is no recollection.
Yeah, and you're just in autopilot.
Yeah.
You're still out having a good time, well, you think you're having a good time,
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
and you're still talking to people, but you just got no recollection of doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
I always said blackout mode is when your brain shuts off but your body doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
That's
Yeah.
the way when people
Yeah,
always ask me,
yeah.
what do you mean by blackout mode? That's the way I would say. Your brain shuts off, but your body's still.
yeah,
You're
body's
still there, yeah, and it's mad, you
still
know, the amount of times I used to go out, because we were talking about blackout, and then I'd wake up the next day and I'd be in bed, my clothes would be on the floor folded up,
yeah.
you know, and I've come in, I've probably left a trail of food behind me when I've walked through the door, but it's like, how the hell have I got in bed? You know, and I'm back at home and safe, and I'm like, shit, but it's scary, because you think, what the hell have you done?
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know, what you could have done or what you didn't do, and, you know, the danger you can cause to yourself when you're in that pickle, it's not good, but then you go and do it again and
Yeah.
again and again and again.
Oh, back in my early 20s, when I didn't understand blackout and everything else, but I now know that I had blackouts from very early drinking career. So I've always had blackouts, virtually all the time I used to drink. But back in my 20s, when I never thought it was a fucking issue, but it obviously was. I had a blackout, and I woke up in the morning, and I was renting like a room of somebody, and then I got woke up by this guy fucking screaming his head off at me, and I had no recollection of what I'd done, but I nearly fucking burnt the house down, because I put something on to eat, coming back at whatever time, 2 o'clock in the morning, pissed out in the head, and then just passed out and went to bed. And he got woken up by obviously smoke alarm and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he said he woke me up, and I was awake and I was talking to him, which I have no recollection over, and he's trying to have a go at me, and I'm throwing up everywhere, and it's just like, I've got no recollection of that. That's blackout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
You don't know what you're doing, do you?
No, not a clue, no.
No conscious thought or no conscious pattern to what you're doing. You're on autopilot.
Yeah, and there's, you know, consequences don't come into anything,
Oh,
because you don't even know. Like I say,
No, you
don't
consequences don't come into it because you don't know.
No.
You don't know what they are and what they're not, because you don't know what you've done.
No, I still have no recollection of some of my blackouts. Like, none. My ex-missus would say to me, you did this and you did that, and some of them were quite serious about fucking whatever. Like, I used to get in a fight or stuff with some whoever, some bouncers or something. I still have no recollection to this day, years and years, any of it.
Have you never had like the odd flashback every now and again? It's like,
I used to.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
When I first wake up, I'd get flashbacks,
yeah.
tiny little snippets,
Ooh.
but it never come back to me fully.
No, just a little flashback here and there. But then, like kind of that fills you with like that guilt and the shame and that, which again, yeah, dread, which kind of puts you in that, traps you back in that cycle. Because the only way to get rid of those thoughts and feelings is to get back on it again.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. So I forgot what I was going to say then. Sorry about that, guys.
That's right.
Getting in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's another thing, Christmas spirit. I mean, people use this, and this is why things like, it's dangerous, because everything's so acceptable. You think of even modern terms of saying things, like you just said, Christmas spirit. It's got nothing to do with being jolly or anything like that. It's Christmas spirit
Yeah.
and all those sort of terms, like whatever it is.
Festive cheer and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, festive cheer. Yeah, that's
I mean,
cheers
you
in it.
can't turn
Christmas.
the telly on now without an advert,
It's got without alcohol in it.
without alcohol.
Yeah.
So in that, whatever it is, 5 minute break where adverts are on, there'll be at least one advert for alcohol.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. No, while we're on the subject of alcohol, because I think it's it'd be good for people to hear, but also to see what they think of it. Because I don't touch alcohol, I literally can't touch anything. But would you have like a sherry, like a sherry trifle or something like that, because it's got like a trace of sherry in it? Because
No.
you won't touch it, no, neither would I, no.
No, see, I was told.
Because some people are like and ah with that, don't they? But I wouldn't risk it, because although it's like traces of it, but I don't know if I'd risk it.
No, I'll give you an example of that. Last Saturday I went to the road to Tarantino's for my work to do.
Yeah.
And it's an Italian restaurant. It was really nice. And I didn't have a start, but I had a pasta main, and they said at the end, "Oh, would you like a dessert?" Yeah, what you got? And they had tiramisu there. I was like, I love tiramisu, but as anyone knows, proper tiramisu is made with amaretto.
Yeah.
And I had to ask them, and said, "Is there any amaretto?" And they went, "Yeah." I said, "Sorry, I can't have it."
For me,
It's too much of a risk.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
it is.
Yeah.
I think for me, and when I came out of rehab, one of the counsellors said to me that be careful on the food subject, and that she wouldn't even eat like a frozen takeaway, like beef in red wine or something like that.
Yeah.
And at the time, I looked at her and thought, "Fuck it, what are you going on about, you weirdo?" It's not. You wouldn't get pissed on that. But my thinking is now totally different. I wouldn't touch anything. So, like the Italian restaurant you said, I don't really go to Italian restaurants if I go to a restaurant, because everything in an Italian restaurant is cooked with wine, virtually everything. So you look down the menu.
But the thing is, that's kind of what I was going to say. But I don't mind that, because obviously, because when you put like wine and stuff in, it's burnt off. The alcohol's burnt off. Yeah. I'm not saying there won't be a flavour of it there, but it's burnt off. Where it said there's no alcohol content.
What one sauce or something like that into bags, like say they burn it out. But the thing was with tiramisu, they have to soak.
Yeah,
sponge in.
that's pure alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
So no,
yeah.
I was going to.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
about it.
for me, it's not. You can't go through life without eating something that's got alcohol in,
Yeah.
even by accident.
Yeah.
You just can't.
I mean, mouthwash has got alcohol in it.
There's like traces of alcohol in virtually everything. For me, it's not. I could eat like a whatever, say a coq au vin or something, getting a bit posh there, and not worry about it.
Yeah, because the alcohol's burnt off.
Because it's burnt off, and I know that. So
Yeah.
physically, that's all right. But for me, it's the thought process. So if I go to, like, say, the Italian restaurant, and I love sort of like garlic and prawns and stuff, but there's loads of white wine in there. Yes, they cook it off and it's all gone. But for me, it's the thought process. Because I'm the certain type of addict that my brain will run away with me, it'll be, I'll eat it and I'll enjoy it, and there won't be any adverse reaction with the alcohol. But my brain will go, there's wine in that, you like the taste.
Yeah.
And that's why, for me, and I know a lot of people disagree, I won't drink non-alcoholic stuff.
I was going to say that, because I mean,
nothing in there.
Yeah.
But I won't do it because for me,
of the
my
taste.
brain's going to go. You like that taste, don't you?
Yeah.
And then as soon as I like it, I'll go. Well, there's nothing wrong with having the real thing then. It's the taste that's going to.
I see what you mean, but like I say, for me, I mean, because I used to love like a lot of the taste of lager, but my taste buds have completely changed now. I'd rather have an orange juice, lemonade, or a Diet Coke. However, I do have the odd occasional alcohol-free lager, but I make sure it's 0.0, or I have the alcohol-free prosecco.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, but it's like the alcohol-free Guinness. That's all right. But I mean, that tastes just like real Guinness, but it's not. And I've done it a few times, but it's not set off that thing in me thinking, oh, I want a real one.
No, I've not got an issue, and I'm not saying to anybody, don't drink non-alcoholic. I think it's a fucking fabulous thing, especially for the younger generation. They're all the generational thing is changing.
It's just you personally.
Just me personally, because of the type of addict I am, I think it will just set something off.
Yeah.
It's the taste.
Yeah.
I don't want the taste. I'd rather drink it and it tastes like something. It tastes like dishwater. I'd be happier then.
Yeah, but
And I'd
because
probably drink it if it tastes like dishwasher than it tastes like alcohol.
yeah.
I don't want to taste it.
Yeah. So do you think it's because if you've never done it, so there's obviously a bit of fear based around that, then, isn't there?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. And that sounds ridiculous. Now I say it out loud, that sounds a bit ridiculous because I'm sort of contradicting myself because I've, in the past, slagged people off to go, why aren't you fucking walking down the Tesco and drink title?
Yeah.
Because I can do that absolutely fine,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
problem. I'll buy, this time of year, I've got to buy my customers bottles of wine and bottles
and
of
it don't bother
champagne.
you. Yeah.
That don't bother me at all. Quite happily do that. But the thought of getting that taste does terrify the shit out of me. Because I've never tested it.
Yeah.
I don't really want to test it.
Yeah.
But it's sort of contradicting myself, really. I think
Well, not really, because I mean, I tried it a bit ago, and I was a bit like that, but I just thought, well, then I just said, well, there's no alcohol in it, so. And in all fairness, because my taste buds have changed, I don't enjoy it like I used to. I mean, I've actually got alcohol-free beers in my fridge from last Christmas.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't interest me. But I mean, our special occasions, I don't mind the prosecco. You know, I'm having a Bucks Fizz or something like that in the morning, but it's got to be 0.0.
Yeah.
Or I won't. If it's 0.5, I won't touch it. Just in case, because that's kind of where I am. Because if there's a slight percentage in there, and you just don't know, do you? And it's not worth going down that don't know territory. However, when I went to rehab the first time, I remember somebody in there that got alcohol-free lagers, and that did make them relapse because it was the taste of them, because they wanted more. And then I know someone that relapsed at Christmas time because you know those chocolates that have got the liqueur in. That they relapsed. They had that, and then that made them relapse in a big way. So.
Well, yeah, because that's pure alcohol, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's not a shot. Pure alcohol. And I know, as any addict, that if I put pure alcohol in my system, that's gonna kick that allergic reaction.
Yeah.
Which is then gonna.
Yeah.
So 0%. Absolutely, if that's your thing, don't.
Yeah.
But anything like a proper alcohol, even that tiramisu, that will probably kick my system off.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't touch it. That's why I won't have it, because I don't want to take that chance.
No, you can't. I mean,
so this might sound a weird one, but and we're kind of going off the subject here. But how do you feel about that alcohol hand wash?
See, I never had a problem. I know a lot of people.
No, I'm not saying I drink. I'm not saying I drink it, but it's got a real like potent smell to it, a bit like vodka, and it's like.
It gave me flashbacks as well as that. When COVID hit and I was working where I went, and like I said, I was a big vodka drinker, and at the end of my drinker, I was just drinking the nastiest vodka you can find, the cheapest, nastiest.
Glens.
Yeah, big stop. The only thing that annoyed me about it more was the fact that when I did stop, they brought all the flavoured stuff out, and I'm like, what the hell, that's not fair. Anyway, when I finally came back off furlough after COVID, and they'd got all like the hand wash and that, I remember, as you had to do soap wash and that, I remember washing my hands and stuff, I suddenly got nostalgic, I'm like, oh, I know that smell.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's got like a bit of nostalgic smell to it. Yeah. Well, I say when you're in rehab, they don't have alcoholic hand wash because people.
Drink
Same
it.
as in prisons, they had to take the hand wash away because people would nick it and start extracting the alcohol out of it.
Same as aftershave. I wasn't allowed aftershave in
No, I wouldn't either.
Because it got alcohol in it.
Yeah, what's that?
But yeah, I mean, luckily for me, the smell of alcohol turns my stomach, like to the point of even the like the mouthwash you just said. I bought some mouthwash the other day, and I didn't realise it was alcohol. It had alcohol in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't drink fucking alcohol mouthwash. Obviously, you just spit it out.
Yeah.
But I opened it, took one fucking whiff of it, and it was just like shit. And I realised straight away. So it went straight down thingy, and I went straight back out and bought one with 0 alcohol in.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, my body's sensitive enough to know something's got alcohol in.
Yeah.
And it will turn the stomach, which is brilliant. I mean, I love that fact that it will. But it's fucking easy, isn't it? I mean, it's easy to, as an addict, we have to be so careful because it would be really mouthwash in my system
Mm.
because the next night it would be that's got alcohol in,
Mm.
and then I'll swallow a bit.
Yeah.
Or I won't swallow a bit, but my brain will go, you swallowed the tiny fucking bit there,
Mm.
because I know how my brain works.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you had a little bit, and you're all right.
Yeah,
Yeah. You had a little bit. You've tasted that, and you're fine.
yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like fighting that demon off again.
It is, yeah. It's
Yeah,
all about
yeah.
what's in your head. And,
Yeah.
Snowball effect, as I call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
and if, with everything, and I've learnt myself and with how my body reacts and how my brain reacts, with everything I have to be like careful with that. If I know it's going to kick it off, then I stay away from it, which is why I stay away from like 0% alcohol, because I know for me personally that will probably kick it off.
Mm.
And the same with mouthwash and stuff. It's what you learn through your recovery, isn't it? As
Yeah,
to how
yeah.
your body's going to and how your brain's going to react.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my brain's just a bit fucked,
Mm.
and it's a proper. I'm not bigging myself up or anything because it sounds stupid, but a proper addict's head.
Mm.
As soon as it will create any scenario it wants,
Yeah. Yeah.
trip me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really will.
Yeah.
And I have to be so careful of that. And
Yeah.
when I talk to my missus and say, or talk to people and they go, well, you don't need to drink anymore, blah, blah, blah. And I say, we all say to them, well, you don't know what goes on in the background. The
Mm.
work I have to put into this. And they'll go, well, what work? You don't do anything.
Mm.
You don't, I mean, I'm a classic case that I don't really,
Yeah, but it's what's in. It's dealing with your head on a
Yeah.
daily basis.
Yeah.
That's where the work is.
I don't do all the classic sort of like meeting stuff, so I don't do fucking the Gratz list, and I obviously don't believe in God and stuff like that. But my work is just purely mental.
Mm. Yeah.
If I don't keep that up,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is hard work,
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
then I'll be fucked.
Yeah. You literally got to be on your guard 24/7
All the time.
every single day. You don't get a day off, do you?
No.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, and that's what people don't don't realise.
This illness doesn't sleep. That's the
No,
thing.
No,
No, it doesn't.
everyone's off for Christmas, having a couple of weeks off, like to do what they want, but we don't get, we don't get a day off doing this,
No.
and people
And-
don't understand that.
No, exactly. And this time of year, we have to be so
It's
careful.
yeah.
It's
And when you say as well on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, all that sort of stuff, when you are out, everyone else is pissed, and you have to be on guard yourself, because it's easy if you've got a Diet Coke and then someone else has got a vodka and Diet
Yeah.
Coke on the
mate,
table.
yeah,
And
totally.
drinks all get mixed up. You've got to completely just watch what you're doing 24/7, because it's so easy just to pick
Yeah.
someone else's drink up and then that's it.
Oh God, yeah.
Game over.
Well, it is game over because that's
Yeah.
in your system then.
Yeah.
You drink that by mistake. It might be a fucking mistake and you might not have meant it,
But it's done.
but it's done. It's in
Yeah.
your system. That's
You've
then
woke
coming
woke
back.
up that addict
Yeah.
again, haven't you?
Yeah, it's fighting you
Yeah.
hours later.
Yeah. It reminds me of that. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Brucey, when it sniffs that bloody
Yeah.
when it sniffs that blood.
Blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it reverts back to
Boom.
the shark.
Yeah, that's what it's that's what
Yeah,
it's
totally, yeah.
that's what it's like,
It
yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
For
And
most of us, yeah, absolutely, it would be.
And also, like you were saying earlier about food and that, where you get people cooking and think, oh, I'll just put an extra.
Mm.
So, they'll get, instead of just measuring the wine out, they'll just go glug and just turn the bottle upside down. I've seen people do that.
Oh mate, yeah. When I obviously back in the day, and I do a lot of cooking. So when I used to, especially like spaghetti bolognese, so half a bottle of red wine would go in there.
Oh yeah, I used to do the same, yeah.
And I can't do that anymore.
Mm.
I love the taste of it,
Yeah.
absolutely, and I miss
Yeah.
the sort of taste of that.
Yeah.
I miss adding things like that into
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
I can't. I just can't afford to do it.
Mm.
Bloody red wine. Jesus, I had a takeaway the other day and they turned around and said, oh, here's a gift for you for Christmas, only a bottle of red wine.
Yeah.
I just looked at my missus and she's like, well, that's going to your mum and dad's, isn't it? I said, yes.
But you have noticed, I mean, because of the time of year it is as well, do you see your friends, families, loved ones, whatever, they're obviously more suspicious, aware of what you go through in this period?
No, I don't think so.
Not really.
Do you not?
No, I don't know really.
See, I think they're more on guard.
Maybe in the past, but I don't think so now. But I don't know really. I don't know. it's a trick. I think in my early days, then probably yeah, but now I don't know. I think, you know, like I say, because I think when people see you doing well,
Yeah.
they just assume that you're fixed, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's not. You know, I mean, the first time I went into rehab that first Christmas, there was no alcohol allowed in the house, and
Yeah.
you know, and it was all you kept asking me, "You all right? You all right?"
Yeah.
Which pisses you off.
Yeah.
But you know, now it's like, you know, just people think. I just think people think that you get better, but you know, addiction, disease, it doesn't go away. You have to live with it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And you might look really good on the outside, but you know, you're still fighting a battle on a daily basis in your head.
You are. Yeah. Yeah. 100% you are. I just notice more people at this time of year are just a bit. I mean, I love. Like even Christmas dinner, like today and stuff, was just like. Obviously, everybody sat around the table has got a glass of something, and it's almost still, even after all this time, it's almost like apologetic that I am, or they're almost apologetic that they're drinking. It's just like, what do you want to drink? And it's just like, well, I'll have a Coke or whatever. And to me, that's fine.
Yeah.
And absolutely normal.
Yeah.
But to other people, even after all this time, it's for them, not for me, but for them, it's still an embarrassment, I think.
Yeah, I get that.
First year, because I stopped in at the start of December. I think my first Christmas sober, because I was with my mum and dad and that, because I wanted to be with them. I wanted to be around people just to make sure I didn't do something stupid.
Oh, absolutely. Don't ever be alone.
And bless them, I told my mum and dad from the start when I first went sober. They were the first people I told.
Yeah.
That and my brother, and to be fair, they were quite good about it. When we were all sat around having Christmas dinner and that, they'd even bought me, when it come to like serving wine and that, they'd actually got me some bowls of appetizer just because it looked the same. And that,
Yeah.
Appetizer and that, and it was all fine. They kept saying to me every now and again, like, "You're right, Nick. You okay?"
Yeah,
okay?
I say I
not
don't
have
like
to go
that.
on. Just sort of like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm fine.
It's almost like in early days they feel sorry for you, isn't it? That's
I was
how
gonna
it
say,
makes you. That's how
is
it makes you
the
feel.
appetizer for you,
Yeah.
or is the appetizer for them?
To make them feel better, because so it's like acceptable for them to drink.
No, I think it's.
You know, it says a lot when, you know, I think as well, when you know, when you've been in a bad place, but then people still can't, you know, especially in the early doors when, you know, it's potential when you're going to struggle, that people will still think it's acceptable to kind of drink around you.
Yeah.
I think they did it
Do you
just
know
because
what I
they didn't
mean?
want me to feel left out. I think it was their way of not making me feel left out. No.
I'm sure it was absolutely 100% good intentions. It's just, it's that's why.
But a way to not make you feel left out would be to order just drank Coke.
Yeah.
I was going to say cocaine then,
Yeah.
but you know, just
Don't
order
want
kind
Max's
of
line up
because all like, you know, all drink Coke.
Yeah.
No.
It's one of those things.
Yeah, you just have to. I mean, what you just said. I reiterate that. Don't ever be fucking alone at this time of year.
Yeah, definitely.
The worst thing for any addict, anyway, is to be alone.
Especially if you're new to it. Especially if you're new to sobriety and you're new to recovery.
Yeah.
And that, don't try to be with friends or family and that. Because the worst you can do is be on your own at Christmas. Because when you're sat alone and you're thinking,
In your
that's when it
thoughts.
goes.
Yeah.
That's when you start overthinking stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when all those horrible thoughts will creep in your head, and you'll start telling yourself things, and before you know it, you could be on the road to ruin, sadly.
Did you know, like, a fact though, because you would just think that most like addicts and alcoholics would relapse over Christmas, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's January, because they all think they've done so. They think,
you
oh,
need
I've
to
done
do
really well.
rewards.
I've not picked up over Christmas and New Year. So you know, January they like to treat themselves.
Yeah.
But there's more people relapse in January than they do over Christmas.
Yeah, I could well imagine. Yeah.
Because they've been on the best behaviour, and it's like they deserve a treat, and then they're fixed now because they've done a first Christmas and New Year without drinking. They think they're fixed. It's just like the madness of it, isn't it?
That's why they tried to they brought this thing in dry January to stop people from relapsing. It's weird. It sounds. I read something about that. Apparently, dry January they brought in so people, instead of just going through that period and thinking, right, I can have a treat now. Say no, go dry January instead, and it gives them a sort of ulterior motives. Go, oh, okay, I'll to do this as well.
Well,
Yeah, that sounds weird.
I used to
I've
do
read
that.
somewhere.
I used to do that dry January because I used to get smashed all over Christmas and New Year, and then I'd always do dry January because at that time I could have a month off quite easy.
Yeah.
But then, that's when I say, right, that's it, I'm done. I'm not drinking anymore. You know, I need to go. Not drinking and taking drugs, so I need to grow up. I do dry January, and then it'd be like, well, it's my birthday beginning of Feb, so I'll just have a bit then, and then I'd get hammered on, you know, around my birthday, and then I think, because then I'm back in that madness again, which I didn't realise. Then I think, well, I've got a wedding to go to in May. I'm going on holiday in July. I've got this on in September, that on in October, and then all that stuff's happened. And then I think, well, it's November now. I may as well start again in the new year.
Yeah.
I did that for 10 years. I did that all the way through my 30s. So I did that for a decade. Saying I'll stop in the new year, do a month, and then birthday's February, and that's it, back off again. And then I won't stop again till the following year.
See, that's got to be more of I've never done it, so when I was back in the day and sort of like in an active addiction, I've never had any time off, like never, just couldn't do it, not even a couple of days, I just didn't do it, and I've never sort of like relapsed or anything, so I don't know that sensation, but it's got to be more of a head fuck to go through all the pain and the white knuckling of not taking a substance, not having a drink, and then finally rewarding yourself with that, the shame and the fucking guilt's got to be a massive, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, because, like I say, because addiction's a progressive disease, it didn't get bad for me till I turned 40. That's when it all went tits up.
Yeah.
But all the way through my 20s and my 30s, I could, you know, if my missus said I was drinking too much, I could just have a month off just because I was stubborn. You know, I wouldn't be. I'd be a right mardy arse for the month, but I wouldn't drink just to prove that I can do it. But then I'd have a month off, and then it's like I go out and celebrate all weekend that I've had a month off,
Yeah.
and I'd be back in that cycle again. But obviously, because I could do that, I didn't think I had a problem, because again, I surrounded myself by everybody that drank and took drugs. So I thought, well, he does it, she does it, they're as bad as me, he's worse than me. So why? I haven't got a problem. But like I say, it was when I turned 40. So the last 7 years, when I'm 48, so the last 7 years of my life's been that's when it's really kind of grabbed hold of me, because I suppose in my 30s it wasn't every day. You know, it was like long weekends. You know, it was, you know, probably a couple of pints at lunchtime, but I wasn't an everyday drinker really till I turned 40. So I don't think for me, till I got to that stage of it being every single day, that I didn't think, you know, that it wasn't that bad.
No.
But like I say, it progresses, doesn't it? And that's that's where it got for me.
And while we're just quickly, I just want to from you, just quell this myth about abstinence to a certain degree and relapses and stuff. So when you relapse and you've had that time off and you used and then you gave it a month and then went back into taking substances, did you ever go back to the original point? So
No.
Was it easier and think, oh, my body's recovered, I'm going to drink normally and drink less, or did you go straight back to the original point that you left?
Straight back where I left off.
Yeah.
Every single time. You know, because you think you've had a month off, you kind of reset yourself.
That's
almost,
it,
don't
yeah,
you?
yeah.
But it's the same when I've done a year and a half with no drink and drugs inside me. You think after all that time, your head says to you, well, you know, you'll be able to moderate it now, and you know, you'll kind of build up to where you were again, because you've built up like a tolerance. But you don't. You just literally go back to exactly where you left off, if not worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to make that point so people understood that, because you, in this scenario, you get a lot of people even now come up to you or say you can drink now. You've had 8 years off.
You'll be alright now.
You'll be alright.
Yeah, no.
But they don't understand that. No, I won't. If I drink now, I'll go straight back to
where I left off. Yeah.
3 bottles of wine and a bottle of fucking vodka a day, mate.
Yeah,
it won't be.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
It'd be like a flick of a switch.
Yeah.
Because when I used to have the months off, I used to get absolutely rat-arsed. So that weekend was a massive binge. But for me, I'd done a month off, so I deserved to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That was, you know, and I deserve not to come home all weekend, because I've done a month off and I've shown you that I can do it. And it's like I convinced myself I had a free pass to go out and get absolutely annihilated for the weekend.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
Yeah, it is,
I did a few months off and I came back worse than ever.
Yeah.
Because I just, because I think, oh, I'll just take it steady. But as soon as I had that first drink, it was just like a bulldozer, just straight out. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Came out
madness.
worse than ever.
Right, we have, believe it or not, gone past a little time. So, thank you everybody. That was have a good rest of the day. So have a good Christmas, everybody. Major thing, if you are in recovery and stuff, is today, tonight. The most important thing in the world is just get your head on that pillow sober. Tomorrow will always look better, no matter what. Obviously, you've got another big event coming up as New Year's Eve, but if you've done today, then you can obviously do tomorrow. So, thank you for listening. We are on, what are we on, Nick? Facebook?
We're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and just put together a Twitter. I can't stand the word X, so I'm going to say Twitter account, which I'm going to start uploading too soon.
Cool.
Well done.
So yes, thank you for everybody for listening. Have a good rest of the Christmas. We will do another one on obviously New Year's Eve. So New Year's Day, sorry, no, is it New Year's Day? Yeah, New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
So yes, thanks for listening. Keep safe out there. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Happy
Thank
Christmas.
you. Merry Christmas.